So Obama isn't on Biden's. He's trying to get him to do what he wants. He's pulling strings, right? So it's going to be Michelle. The left is going to go crazy for her, and probably like a Gavin Newsom as his running mate. And they're going to do this at the convention in August. Biden's going to step down for some reason, health, gaps. It could even be the collusion thing with Hunter. That now they just said that the laptop is real. Why did they say that? Well, now, if you say that the laptop is real, if you authenticate it, you're authenticating the fact that he got the 10% for the big guy kickback. Right. So in the future, they can say, okay, well, this leads to this. You have to step aside. Right? Why are they letting this come out now? And they're going to run a Michelle Gavin Newsom super ticket that no one's going to be ready for. And it's going to be real ugly, man. I'm afraid for what's going to happen. Generally, that's what I think.
So the whole trans movement of cutting your penis off and reshaping your vagina, your penis that was a penis into a vagina, wouldn't happen without Obamacare.
Yeah.
That's true. Because everybody is required to have health insurance now, right? Now, I'm butthurt. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They went too far, right? They went too far letting insurance cover an elective surgery because of how somebody feels in their mind with no genetic backing, no possible way of proving this scientifically. Right. And I have these spots on my eye, and I talked about this before. You see those spots? Look at those spots. When I went to get those removed, they told me that I have to pay out of pocket
cosmetic
because it's cosmetic. And it hurts for me to touch those bumps. Those bumps are painful for me to touch. Yeah, you could go and get lifelong care because of how you feel or who you feel you are with no possible backing in science to say that this is the right thing to do. But you know what I'm going to tell you? I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't give a shit what you do. But I will say this. If you're going to cover that surgery, please cover my surgery too.
No, they're not going to. It's just like the immigration thing. They do it for a reason. One, who's easier to control? Dylan Mulvaney or Dana White? Right? Who's more controllable? Big, strong alpha male or Dylan Mulvaney? Like just whether it's physically, emotionally, who can be controlled easier? It's going to be the man with no testosterone, no body muscle, that knows something's off in his mind, so he's like not really secure. It's going to be that guy, right? So they want that, check. Then this person is for life, not basically a slave to the medical stuff. You have to go to doctor's appointments for the rest of your life. You need to be on medication for the rest of your life. So if anything happens and they just want to deny you that medication, what happens then? Complete control? Check. Easy to control? Check. Like they have all these... Sterile? Check. Like it's same as abortions. Like there's this same as pushing gay marriage, same as pushing transgenderism. Anything that's not hetero, nuclear, Christian, Judeo-Christian family. That's what they don't want because that's the biggest threat to their global government is a strong nuclear family that takes care of its own. So that's why they will give the trans person the surgery. It's you may say it's a conspiracy, but I'd like to take you down the reasons I'm saying this. This reason, this reason, this reason, this reason. It's not just, because. Same with what we were saying with the immigration. There's so many reasons. That's how we know why they're doing it. Because you could see the roadmap if you just look closely enough. And the people on top are not stupid. They're doing it, and they can figure out these same outcomes. So I'm going to assume that they know why they're doing it, right? That's my...
I mean, I guess so. I mean, it's just some of the stuff is a stretch. Like for me, gay is okay. Gay is fine.
It's just part of...
I love gay. Gay means that there's more women out there from me, my sons, and anybody else that wants a woman. That's great for me. Cutting off your penis, is it too far? I'm not going to tell you to do that or not do that. But I'm going to tell you that for me, that's too far only because you won't remove the spots on my eye.
No, you see, we have opposite opinions. I think it's not too far. Definitely let them cut their dicks off.
Yeah?
Definitely. If you're dumb enough to cut your dick off, you should have your dick cut off. We don't need you repopulating. Honestly, if you're that fucking brainwashable, that you can let somebody convince you that it's a good idea for them to take your dick and cut it off to me, this is you got exactly what you.
Well,
asked
wait.
That's number one. Number two, the gay thing, right? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with gay people. I'm saying that a straight nuclear family, Judeo-Christian beliefs and morals is what's dangerous to a tyrannical government. That's what I'm saying. That a gay family that doesn't have any children, that doesn't have a religion behind them, because a lot of times gay people are not associated with Judeo-Christian religions, right, by choice. Most of them, some feel like they're not accepted there, but they don't want to be associated with that. They have the religion of the left, like we talked about. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm saying that the overall effect is better for the left than for the right. That's what I'm saying. The effect of promoting this is more ideologically left than right. That's all I'm saying. I'm not putting a judgment on it.
So can I point out a contradiction?
I don't care, to be honest.
So can I point out a contradiction?
Yeah.
So you want them to cut their dicks off.
No, I think if you want to,
but you
by all
don't.
means.
But you don't want them. The same people that are destroying, that are the weak people that are destroying the Judeo-Christian nuclear family. You don't want them to get abortions. Why can you tell them not to get abortions, but you can't tell? But you don't want to tell.
But if they cut
people,
their dicks off, they don't have to worry about abortions anymore.
right, but I'm talking about two. I'm talking about two separate things, though. Problem solved. Why would you tell them it's okay in this case and not okay in that case? Is it because of the baby? So what? So again, back to my point. When is it a baby? When? Tell me.
Immediately. Like
So-
you shouldn't kill
so then-
it
so then
unless it's one of those reasons.
So then you cannot masturbate then, because that's genetic material.
I disagree. I'm talking about when there's a connection of the egg and the sperm. That is essentially like, if it was my birthday and you were having a big birthday party for me and you planned it, and let's say you studied for 9 months to make me this cake, right? Because you knew I love this kind of cake and it was really hard to make. And you got home, you got all the ingredients, you put it together in the pan, just about to start cooking it. You're about to put it in, and I come and fucking throw it in the garbage. How would you feel? Did you have a cake?
Well, I actually have.
Did you have a cake?
I have an answer for that. And the answer
it's
is.
fucked up.
And the answer is, what are you going to do? Are you going to charge them with murder? Is that what the consequence is going to be if they go and get a hanger?
Did I destroy your cake?
You did.
Did you have a cake?
No. So
That's the point.
So the point is, if they go and they get it done with a hanger outside of the medical field, are you going to charge them with murder?
Are you asking me if somebody takes a hanger and
aborts their own baby
and kills their baby?
Yes. Are you going to charge them with murder?
If I had a hanger here and I stabbed my dog, what would you think of me?
You're a murderer.
So
for
why
you,
is
it's
it
the
okay to stab the baby?
So you think it's
just
the same
'cause
thing?
Inside? So open it up and take it out.
So if the mom falls down the stairs, is that because she's drunk? Let's say in the first trimester of her pregnancy, when she doesn't even know that she's pregnant, falls down the stairs. Is that manslaughter now?
I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. Are you allowed to drink in your first trimester? Is that legal?
You're not.
That sounds like a mistake.
You're not allowed to. But if you don't know you're pregnant, then how would you know?
Then no, I would say that's not murder because there's no intent.
Not murder. I didn't say murder. I said manslaughter.
I guess that's going to depend on the state where you live.
So you see the layers of this, though. You see that
but
it's
I don't
not
see
so
how it's
simple.
Connected to abortion. Abortion is you know what you're doing act. You've thought about it. You've planned this act. It's whatever they say.
But you cannot pick and choose.
It's a premeditated
But you
act.
can't pick and choose. You can't say, well, we're going to go with the murder laws for if you kill your baby, but we're not going to go with the manslaughter laws if you accidentally kill your baby with no intent.
You accidentally killed it. It was an accident.
So if you
I'm not as
accidentally
angry.
slam your car into somebody and kill them, then that's considered involuntary manslaughter, and you get 6 months in jail for it.
Even if you're sober?
Yes, accidentally.
I'd have to check. I mean, I believe you. Listen, the legal system's not perfect, but I don't think accepting death is the answer.
But when is it life? It's life as soon as conception happens? According to who?
It just doesn't make sense to me that there would be any type of timeline because I would only give those reasons for you to be able to do it. So it doesn't matter.
So murder is
about
okay
the
in
time.
some cases, but not okay in other cases.
If you're gonna die, I never said that it was. I said you're killing babies. I never really used the term murder. Maybe I did. It doesn't have to be that term. You're just not allowed to do it. It just shouldn't be.
But it's okay if you get raped. Murder is okay if you get raped.
But it's not murder. It's an abortion, right? Like I'm not the one that took this stuff out of. I think abortion shouldn't be legal. I'm not saying it should be changed to murder. I'm just.
But
saying
what are you going to charge them
with?
with? You're going to charge them with abortion? Think that's going to be the charge?
Why not?
So there's murder,
Yeah.
there's
why not?
manslaughter, and then add abortion
Why
to
not
the
have
docket.
a new category because it is like a different thing, like we're saying, so we can define it better for when there's a baby in the mother's womb. This is a new category. Yeah, charge them with abortion,
I'd have to think about
committing
that.
an abortion.
I'd have to think about that.
Why?
Totally don't agree with it at all, but I'd have to think about that.
I mean, you can find videos of like people that were like saved from abortion, like their parents like almost, and these people are alive. And like, I think that would change your view of it. Like, they even have this one kid, I just saw him, like he was like cryogenically frozen for like IVF for like 7 years. It's weird, man, when you see this person in front of you. Like, it's great to talk about.
You know
When
that I
see-
did 3 IVFs.
Yeah.
I did countless IUIs, and
Yeah.
then we adopted children.
Right.
So if anybody's gonna think positively about keeping babies, like, yeah, put them all into the adoption system, but that's not really what happens. That's not really what happens. And if you have more people having babies, so is it better to have a baby that's going to be abused and die anyway because the parents can't take care of it? I mean, there's too many layers to it for me to be able to say to you, you cannot abort that
Yes,
baby.
it's better to have that baby. Give that person a chance at life. People break out in beautiful ways and become things that we need for humanity. Like, just because you have a bad start doesn't mean, it's actually quite the opposite. I would argue that if you have a good start, you're less likely to have a giant impact on the world. But people that come and pick themselves up from nothing are often our most valuable. So I would say, no, don't kill. Like, I'm trying to understand from you, like other than rape, the life.
No,
of the
but if
mother,
you're going to say that, then I'm
incest,
saying get
other
rid of
than
all that. Get rid of all that.
where
Or keep every baby.
No, because you don't want a 15-year-old
No, you gotta keep every
girl,
baby.
But why?
'Cause you have to keep
why?
every baby.
But you're the one that just said, can we get some type of normalcy? Not such a far. Why do we have to keep every baby? But why can't we find a normal? Like, what other circumstance would you like included in there? Because I just don't think it should be whenever you want because you feel like it. That to me is just selfishness. Like, oh, I just don't want this, so I'm going to kill it, is not acceptable to me. Like,
Well,
if there's a reason that's reasonable, right? The word reason, reasonable, that means most people would agree with it. Then we can have a conversation if it's reasonable.